Hey guys, I'm still recovering from my illness, but doesn't mean I have to stop talking about badminton just because I can't play it. So today I want to give you 6 tips for joining a new badminton club. Tip number 1, use any advantage you have. The advantage that's the easiest to use is money. When I started playing, I didn't know anybody in the badminton world. I didn't know anyone. I didn't know how I could join clubs. I didn't know if there were clubs. So what I did is I got a coach. I paid money to get a coach. Obviously, coaches are higher level players. They have their own clubs. If you pay access to a coach and you kind of prove to your coach that you're very serious and you work really hard in training, your coach is more likely to introduce you to his club, or if not his club, he can help you introduce you to higher clubs or higher players. And if your coach vouches for you, people are more willing to play with you. So the easiest way to get a coach is to just pay for it. I know that's not a possibility for everybody, and maybe some areas don't have many coaches, but that is kind of the easiest way to get into a higher level club, or at least have somebody vouch for you. If there's any other advantages you have, such as I speak Chinese. So when I went to America, I would actually go to Chinese groups and I would start speaking Chinese, and they would always be excited to play with me because not many blonde Americans can speak Chinese. So if you have anything like that as your advantage, if you're a manager and you have some employees that are maybe better than you at badminton, you can kind of maybe push your way into the badminton group. Try to find some advantages and use your advantages, whatever it is. Tip number 2, be an active participant. If you get included in a group, if there's some sort of text chain or Facebook page or WeChat group, be active. Don't just join and stay silent. Try to talk a lot, introduce yourself. This could also be in person. If you are introduced to a new group, introduce yourself, find out people's names, start talking to them, ask them questions about themselves. People love when people ask questions about them. Be active, be very talkative. Don't be shy, because if you're shy, sometimes it can come off as snobby. So you need to be maybe overly friendly and maybe a little ridiculous sometimes, but that really works. Tip number 3, don't be a freeloader, okay? Don't be the person that takes all the birdies and never brings them yourself. Don't be the person that never pays. Even if you think you're better than the rest of the group players, don't be that person. Don't think that playing with you is such an honor that you can just play for free. So definitely pay, and definitely bring birdies. Buy everybody water once in a while. Don't be a freeloader, and don't think you're too good for a group. Even if you are one of the better players in the group, you're never too good for the group. Which brings me to my next point. Tip number 4, don't be a dick. Nobody likes to play with a dick, okay? It doesn't matter if you're the best ever. Nobody wants to play with you. There are a couple people in one of my groups, they act like it's an honor to play with them. That if they choose you as their partner, you are so lucky and you should act like it. And what happens? Nobody wants to play with them. Even if you're gonna win a game, it's not at all fun to win a game with somebody who either looks down on you, is not taking it serious, or every time you make a mistake, they go, ugh. Or they try to tell you what to do better. Nobody likes to play with those kind of people. So if you're in a club and you're one of the highest level players, be gracious. Think about when you play with higher level players, and think about when a higher level player might go to you. You feel really, really bad. So if you are a higher level player in a club, be gracious, be kind, be encouraging. Everybody knows you're better, okay? You don't have to act superior. If you're a lower level player in a club, don't be the whining, sniveling, oh, I'm sorry. Nobody likes a partner that's constantly apologizing. Everybody knows your level. It's obvious by your footwork and your gameplay, so you don't need to advertise your superiority or your inferiority. So be gracious, be kind. Badminton is a social sport, and people don't have to play with you. They don't have to include you. Always get the birdie. If it falls on your side and you're closest to it, get it. Don't wait for the other side to get it. Partner does something and apologizes. Say, hey, no problem. We'll get it. Let's go. Jayo. Don't be a dick. Tip number 5, play the long game. This is one of my favorite tips, and this is actually how I've kind of snuck into some of the higher level groups that I play with. What you do is you do kind of sneaky, because clubs are more than just clubs. They are social groups too. So even if your level is the same as someone they're not going to be that willing to play with a stranger. So what you kind of need to do is introduce yourself in a sneaky, kind of sly kind of way. Sometimes club members, they're getting off work, they're coming in late. Sometimes maybe there's one club member or 3 club members and they just need like a 4th person. The easiest thing to do is to go up to a stranger who's maybe waiting for more of their club members to show up, and you just say, hey, you want to warm up with me just for a couple minutes? My club's slow to arrive too. Most people will just accept that and say, yeah, because most people are eager to play. Sometimes you can get away immediately with, after like a few minute warm up, say, hey, you guys want to just play a quick game? Sometimes you might get kicked off, sometimes their club members might come. We're playing the long game. So joining a higher level club will take a little bit of time, so you need to be patient. So you kind of need to introduce yourself. So hitting for warm up is a great thing. Or if it's very busy, there's people just waiting, just start like chit-chatting. Maybe you see someone has like a nice racket or some shoes, and you can say, oh, hey, I've been looking at that. How do you like it? Do you recommend this racket? Oh, tell me, stuff like that. So you do have to be brave, and you do have to talk to strangers with this one. But the more familiar you are with this other club, the more likely they are to be willing to accept you. And then, maybe warm up or casual chit chat will turn into, oh, we're short a guy. Do you want to play with us? And you'd be like, oh yeah, okay. Before you know it, you're playing with them. You're doing half time your club, half the time their club, and you get added to their group. This is kind of the sneaky way, but it's how we make friends, right? We don't just like make instant friends with everybody. It's like you slowly get familiar with people. Tip number 6, show that you're willing to work for it. If you're lucky enough to kind of casually play with some higher level players, or if they even invite you to club night, you got to show that you're willing to work to be with them. I've known some clubs where they make people play for years until they're actually allowed to join the club and to join them in competitions. You need to show them that you're willing to work on it and that you are working on it. If you get included into a higher level group, you can't just lay on easy street. You gotta keep at it, because if they invite you, they can uninvite you. So make sure you stay hungry and make sure you keep at it and work hard towards proving to them that you deserve a place in the higher club. Honestly, people in other clubs will see that, and people in even higher clubs than the club that you're trying to get into. They will also start noticing your eagerness and your enthusiasm, and that you're rising through the levels. Not just one night game, but over a period of weeks or months. Other people might be watching you, and so it could be a gateway to even a higher level club and playing with higher level players. One bonus tip, it's not about joining a group, it's about leaving a group. If you join a higher level group, it means you got to leave the lower level group. Don't burn bridges as you go. Stay in the chat group, stay talking to them from time to time. Don't immediately leave them like you're a teenager and you were just picked to eat lunch with the popular girls, okay? Don't forget your old friends. Maybe a few of them you can bring with you. Once you're established in a new higher level club, and there's a couple old people in your old club that are working really hard, why not invite them for a night or two at your club? It's always nice to kind of pay it back, because somebody vouched for you. So it only helps all of us if we help to kind of raise the level of everybody. Don't act too cool to your old group just because you joined a new higher level group. So that's my bonus tip 7. Don't burn bridges. So let me know what you've done to join higher level groups and how you were able to move up in level and in club play. And please like and subscribe to this video. I am very depressed now because I can't play, and I'm not sure when I can play. So if you like and subscribe to my channel, it will cheer me up.